episode of the Brutally Honest podcast. We got me, Eric, only a little hungover this time. We got Rick.
It's me, Rick. Good morning and hello to everybody out there.
Then there's Callum.
Joseph Broseph. That was totally intentional. I'm Callum.
All right, and then Jason's here too.
Yo.
Excellent. So we got a pretty good show. We should have Dylan here, I want to point out, but he's missing in action.
He may appear at some point randomly like a Pokemon.
Woo.
And if we are show.
And I will treat it with all the excitement of a shiny Bidoof.
Well, that's rude.
Yeah, it was. Deal with it.
All right, well, we got a lot to talk about, so let's dig into it. Something that I know that Rick and Jason, and I'm pretty excited about it too.
Me too.
Oh, okay, so we're all excited. New Mordor game, Shadow of War. We're going to go back and with Brimbor, and we're going to fight the Balrog. We're going to do it.
The Balrog looks awesome, even though
Really?
it's just a cutscene, but it looks great.
Yeah, it really does. It's like armored and on fire.
It's neat.
It could only be more awesome if it was drawn by a 12-year-old and constantly emitting metal music.
Yeah, the metal music would be good.
Well, here's the thing. I'm excited for the new game. I still haven't beaten the first one. But I'm working
Come
on it.
on.
I'm working on-
Don't.
Don't you yell at me. Don't you yell at
Don't
me.
beat it. Don't beat it.
No.
It's totally
Cover-
worth beating.
Cover your ears for a moment, listeners, because I'm about to be a massive dick. The ending is super, super unsatisfying.
Well, it kind of
It
is.
is.
Yeah.
It's
It is.
super awful.
There's cool elements to it,
It's
but
not
yes,
awful.
it's
They
It's
set
like-
up for the sequel.
It
Yeah.
started off really well, and then it was bad.
You think the beginning of that game for you?
no. I think
No,
we're
no.
just talking about the ending.
Oh.
The ending started well,
Yeah.
and then it
I
was
see.
awful.
Yeah, there's cool stuff going on. Then it just kind of.
Yeah,
and Rick, you're right. It does. It basically what it's doing is setting up the sequel, but it's like.
Yeah. No, I
Pretty
agree with
cocky.
Callum. The ending is pretty bad.
Anyway, you guys
Um,
excited for the next one then? It sounds like we're all pretty good for it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
hope
very
that
excited.
the Nemesis system comes back, because that was
Uh,
interesting.
It will. I think.
I mean,
that
I
was
can
a-
confirm.
That's something that defines franchises. I can't imagine that doesn't come back.
Yeah, it'll be back.
Because my favorite experience of the game was that there was this one orc who kept killing me. Like he wouldn't do the most damage, but he would just like kill steal from other people, and then like he was at the end of the game, at the beginning of the end, you have to fight an army with like all your war chiefs, and he was the leader of the enemy army.
Was
And
he
he
really?
said, yeah, and he was like, and we meet finally. And I was just like, I
Oh
love you.
no!
And we like had that sort of rivalry nod that you see in anime and stuff. And then we totally ran at each other with our army of orcs.
Who won?
Me,
Oh.
obviously, because
Well,
I
it was
can't
fun
die.
already.
Right, exactly.
No,
Like-
you can't.
We
I don't
kind of
know.
have an unfair advantage in this.
Yeah, yeah.
So I can
Just a
just
little
keep
bit.
trying.
That's true.
Celebrimbor was pretty badass, and
He was.
Italian was cool. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
It's a good game.
Did you play the DLC with him?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
It's really good.
Is
I
it?
like
I
it a
haven't
lot.
finished the DLC though. I finished the hunting one.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, that was fun. But except I hate Talion because he's
Why?
like a Call of Duty character that they made a Lord of the Rings character. He doesn't have any personality.
Yes, he. What?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I can't really
Isn't-
argue with you.
No.
What was his motivations?
Like
Like my
John
family
every
was
guy.
murdered.
Yeah.
There,
Yeah. And
there is a
the...
template for fantasy writing where that
Yeah.
comes in as like a
Yeah.
preset.
That works across a couple of things: fantasy, action, sci-fi. It's like your family gets killed. Okay, It's like a Charles Bronson movie.
On the countertop.
And then he got possessed by an even more boring spirit.
Oh no, I like Callum. I like him.
Really?
I like him too.
Yeah, he's got some good lines.
I like the
I liked
hunting
him.
dwarf. It was the best.
Who?
The dwarf.
Oh,
The red-headed
yeah.
hunting dwarf. I like
Yeah, the
him.
dwarf was cool.
The dwarf was cool.
He was cool. I like
I like the orcs.
Yeah, they were cool too.
Yeah, they did a
Yeah,
lot of stuff right.
Just a great game.
Speaking of orcs, well, not quite orcs, but goblins.
The little orcs.
Oof.
We
That's
also
cool.
had a new Styx trailer drop this week. You want to tell us about it, Rick?
Yeah, definitely. So anyone unfamiliar with this? This is a sequel to Styx Shards or Shadows of Master of the Shadows. This is a stealth game, and you are the character Styx, and what you do is you're kind of it's total stealth game. Really ups the ante with the stealth, and they brought a brand new feature with the sequel where you can do co-op. So it looks really interesting. It looks really fun and pretty exciting to me. It definitely will add another layer to play the whole game, essentially, I think. So I think it was a really great move, and I'm pretty excited. So definitely check out the trailer on the website.
I was really interested in the first game, but then I had heard mainly from your review that the stealth is like all encompassing. Was that right?
I mean, it is just, you can't go up and battle someone head to head. If you do, you have to like counter their moves. It is nothing. It's just really hardcore stealth. It's like Metal Gear Solid stealth.
I mean, that's cool and all. For somebody like me, that's probably not going to make for a fun time. But I imagine a lot of people would like it.
On the topic of Metal
I
Gears,
die a lot, but it's a good game.
you should probably go and check it with the doctor about that problem.
So I have a couple of questions here.
Yeah.
In the first game, do you use a grand illusion of some manner?
A grand
you,
illusion.
What is
Yeah.
it?
Sail-
Grand?
No?
Do what?
What?
You sail around the world?
Never mind. Fine.
What?
So, what?
What are you getting at, Eric?
Eric, are you still drunk?
Are you trying to do like a Pirates of the Caribbean thing here, or what's going on?
No, I'm trying to make a reference to the band Styx.
Sticks.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what?
Going
Bad
away.
on us because we didn't get.
Well,
Yeah.
no. It would be amazing if I did get that.
Well, yes, it would be amazing if you didn't. For us,
I'm sorry, does Styx use laptops while they play?
I'm disappointed
do.
in you guys.
Actually.
Nowadays they do.
Yeah.
So, no, I was going to say that this game's title sounds like a Sonic game.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Shards of Darkness. Yes.
Yeah, I can see that.
Are we
Yeah.
going to collect the Shards of Darkness? And then
then
do
you
you
have to
get
use
to
them.
be Super Styx?
Yes.
You got like Super Saiyan blonde hair and you can move really quick.
Yeah.
And you have to fight Dr. Robotnik at the very end of it.
Yes.
Oh, that
Or
would be such a
Eggman,
cool...
whichever
Like,
you
if that
prefer.
happened, no,
Yeah.
Robotnik.
I prefer Robotnik too, but
When people call him Eggman, I get irrationally angry.
That's
Eggman,
okay. That's
You
You know
scary.
Eggman from Sonic games?
you know Dr. Eggman.
Stop it.
Man, I love them Sonic games. I even love Dr. Eggman.
Yeah.
There was a new Tekken character showcase that dropped this week.
Eric's gonna walk out over there.
Let's talk about
It's like
that.
playing Mario and
The
fighting
Smash-
Browser.
Tekken.
You mean Eddie Gordo?
You mean King Koopa? What?
Dr. Eggman is coming to Tekken. He's Bob.
No, that's not
No,
accurate.
he's not. He is not at all.
That's not accurate.
Tekken is one of my favorite series ever.
Is it really?
But I have been out of the loop for a while. I don't know the story since like Tekken 4.
There's a
Well,
story.
And then I played
think
6.
Yes.
And then there was like a dude named Lars, and he was pretty kick-ass, I guess. But
Yeah, I
like,
think so.
what is going on now?
Well, I think this is the end of the Mishima story arc, which basically that's been Tekken. So I don't know.
No, Jason, let's drop some names on me real quick while I have no clue what's going on.
You played them.
I played like one, and that was back in the day when Eddie Guerrero was just a character.
Well,
What is he
they're
now?
the bad guys.
Now he's like
Oh.
a special outfit for Christina
Interesting.
currently.
All right.
I don't have anything to say to this.
Nothing. Okay. Well, I think
I
Eddie is a
will
pretty
play Tekken.
solid character for new players, as far as I remember him. So and he's pretty cool. He does a lot of stuff, a lot of flashy moves. I mean, he's pretty cool. You can check out the video.
Capoeira master.
Yes. But I'm excited for Tekken 7 because I don't think I played 6, and I haven't played Tekken at all in a while. So
6 was brilliant.
yeah, and this one's got Akuma from Street Fighter.
Kuma's back? Oh, what?
Yeah.
No, I thought you said Kuma as in the bear.
No.
I think he's back.
Although he
too.
probably is. Yeah.
I want King. I want King to be in this game
he's
again.
in here. I think he's in here.
Dude, you know what? Actually, I want King and Dark King.
Oh, I don't know about him.
Dark King is the most racially insensitive man on the planet. He is just a black guy in a darker lion suit. Or not even like a lion suit, like it's a jaguar, but he's in he's got like a panther head on his shoulders. And he's a black dude.
Well,
and he's Dark King.
There you have it.
He's just like Angry Ryu or Violent Ken.
Oh, don't bring up Violent
He really
Ken.
is.
Come on. Violent Ken.
Also,
Violent
just
Ken?
real quick.
Yeah.
Tekken looked like, okay, it always looked weird. It always looked like it was kind of in an anime. But now it kind of looks like very dystopian, futuresque.
Yes, it does.
There's metal on everything.
Yep.
Things are broken.
I think it kind of is, isn't it? I mean, all the story stuff I've seen from Tekken over the last couple of years, it's been like this weird semi-post-apocalyptic future thing.
Oh man, wait.
The Jaguar head character isn't anime-like, or wasn't at some point.
The last time I played Tekken was when I was playing a drinking game with my friends, and that was
I bet that went well.
2 years ago. Yeah, it actually went poorly, so we switched up to Drunk Souls.
Oh, nice.
And then I died.
Awesome.
And then I died.
Awesome.
And I went to this hell.
Oh,
Excellent.
BM.
So Dr. Fate.
Drunk Mario Kart and Punch Out was always our thing. So
I
can't judge.
We were never really big Nintendo kids. Nintendo isn't huge in South Africa.
Oh, really?
Like PlayStation and Xbox outclass it in every regard, especially advertising.
Okay.
We didn't like the Switch adverts weren't even on TV here.
Oh wow.
Interesting.
I had to go and look it up. But anyway, that's just the fate of me, and the Doctor of Fate is in Injustice 2.
That is very true. And Dr. Fate is super awesome. So if nobody is familiar with Dr. Fate, he's basically like the DC Comics version of Doctor Strange. Only he wears really badass armor. So you can check him out in action on the website too. And I'm pretty excited about him.
Yeah, it'll be cool. He's a good addition.
Yeah. The only thing is, Rick and I were talking about which Dr. Fate it is because there's like a ton of them. So that we don't know yet.
How many people can have magical powers?
Well, it's the helmet. So yeah, and the helmet and the amulet. And so like a lot of people have worn that helmet and wielded the amulet, including the spirit that is supposed to give that stuff its power. He's also used it. It's like this ancient Egyptian spirit. So it could be even him. We don't really know who it is yet.
And plus it's on a different Earth too, so.
Right.
Exactly. Okay. I was about to ask if you meant like who it was as in changing character or who it was as in which Earth it was on.
Both, really, because there have been a ton of Dr. Fates.
On every Earth.
Exactly, except this one.
Is Infinity... I mean, is Injustice taking place over all the Earths? Or...
No, it's just one alternate universe.
So, do we know which Earth that is?
Two.
I'm sure they said it, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know which number it is.
The comic book series ran for so long. I'm sure that was in there somewhere. But
oh yeah, I bet.
And then it had the first game had a lot of crossover with another DC universe, which I don't think was the one that's featured in the New 52 or anything like that, but it was another DC universe. So there's like all that multiversal stuff going on too.
Isn't the New 52 taking place on like Earth 66 or something?
It's kind of unclear what's happening because now they've had crossover with the original Superman from the classic DC universe is now the Superman in the New 52 universe.
Oh, so whoa, that means we could be on Earth 1. That's golden age stuff right there. I watched a YouTube video.
There you go.
I watched the YouTube video about this stuff recently, and now I'm just pouring with knowledge.
Excellent. As we talked about last week too, without getting too far into it, but Jay Garrick is back too, who's the original Flash from the Justice Society. So I mean, there's all kinds of stuff going on.
I like that it's a Justice Society. This was like before the word league was cool.
Yes, it was the Society of Justice.
Yeah. I like them as well.
Lol.
Me too. Does anybody like Duke Nukem?
No.
Yeah.
Well,
I've never played it, so.
Well, he's in Bulletstorm. Full clip edition.
Wow.
Yeah. And that's
I hope
coming
you can
out.
hear the excitement of my voice.
You know what, Callum? For you, that is pretty exciting.
Yeah, actually.
This is coming up really soon. Hang on, I a right here. April 7th.
Oh wow, that is soon.
So this is a remake, sort of, or a remaster, I should say, of the regular Bulletstorm game, but they added in what basically amounts to a second quest where you can play as Duke Nukem in the main role instead of the main character from Bulletstorm. And
why?
I have no idea. And everybody still treats him as though he's the main character from Bulletstorm. And apparently throughout the game, Duke keeps wondering why people are calling him that guy's name and stuff like that. And I guess
my name's not Jimmy.
Yeah.
It's Duke.
And like why he's there and stuff like that. So I guess there's a little fourth wall breaking going on too. So.
And his friends are just like, lol, you could never pull off the name Duke, Jimmy. Go fetch us a coffee.
So it actually sounds kind of fun. The game itself, Bulletstorm, is a pretty funny game. There's a lot of humor in it. In the story trailer that they just released, it's kind of weird though, because in the story trailer they just released, it's very serious. So if you watch this story trailer, you think this is like a really serious game, but it's not.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and then of course there's Duke, who completely throw out any form of seriousness if you play as him.
Oh no, he's the person who like makes dick jokes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, you know what?
I think his name is Gray, the main character, or something like that.
Gray.
Yeah, something like
Such a boring name. Most boring color.
But there's 50 shades of it.
No, there isn't. Moving on.
Okay.
Moving on.
You know what else there's 50 of?
What?
There are more than 50 games in the Xbox Game Pass. Whenever
over 100.
Yeah.
Woo. That's
Ooh,
double
that's
50.
Woo!
What do you guys think about this?
Okay.
You might know more than I do, Jason. I just kind of
I think we know
read
about
your
this.
article.
I won't. I won't subscribe to it because I just won't. But for people who don't have a big library of Xbox One games, this is terrific, and it includes Xbox 360 games also. Basically, it's going to be like a library of over 100 games, only available on Xbox One that you can access and download at any time. And if your account is current, then it's basically your game. So it kind of runs like games with gold, sort of. But once the game terminates on the system, like on the service, you don't have access to it anymore. And then you once you download it, you actually have the game for 30 days. So you have it for a month to play and beat or whatever you want to do with it. And I mean, it's pretty cool for those who don't have a big library. Like I said, it makes sense.
The issue is it like 100 over 100 games and then that's it, or is it like over 100 games that are different every month?
Yeah,
Or
it's gonna be revolving. So stuff is gonna get swapped out and put in.
I don't
sure
think you'll
okay.
switch 100 games each month, but it'll definitely
No.
revolve around. So
Yeah, I'm sure there's stuff that's always gonna be there too. So
The way
Because
sorry.
no, it's good.
I was going to say the way I'm understanding this is that it's basically a Netflix for Xbox
Sort of.
games.
yeah, that's a good analogy. Yeah.
So I'm
Everything
definitely
to
going to.
Netflix to you.
What was that?
when you think about it, this is the subscription service. There's $10 a month, and that's like $120 a year. That's That's like 2 brand new AAA games. So
Yeah.
it's really not that bad a deal. If you,
I think it's a good deal. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. So
I mean,
at first I was a little off put by it, but then I
Mhm.
just did the math and I was like, that's just 2 games, and that's something you would easily spend your money on over.
Yeah, and then you can download as many as you want, and you have a month to play them. I mean, that's pretty good.
It's
So.
the quality of these passes are based on what games they give you.
Yeah,
Of
definitely.
Of course.
So
Definitely.
if you get like 1,000 bullet storms, then
you're like, yes, this is totally worth the value.
It's perfect. Yes.
Well, they're already showing the games they have, and they look
They
good.
showed some of them. Yeah, like Gears and stuff like that.
Gears, Fable 3 is on there. I saw.
Right, which is a good game.
I'm sure you'll get a lot of Xbox exclusives on there too, like the old ones and stuff. So
I'm picturing like
Fable
most of those
3.
are going to be permanent.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
The
because with
bullet
100
storm
games.
of Fable.
Oh, come on. Also,
Can we talk about Fable for 1 second?
What's that?
Yes.
Can we just talk about Fable for 1 second?
Well, let me
We
just
could
point
talk
out
about
first
that
that
for all the seconds.
you do not have to be a gold member to have this service. So you can join this without being gold.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool.
That's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That's pretty neat.
So I remember back in the day, I don't know if it's still like that. You couldn't even watch Netflix if you weren't a gold subscriber.
I don't know.
They pulled that outside the paywall. So
Okay.
you can do that now. Yeah.
Okay.
Just as long as your
Yes,
Xbox
sir.
is hooked up and stuff. So
Cool.
Right.
Eric.
What's up?
Fable.
Right. So they re-released the first Fable game on the Xbox 360.
You play it?
Oh, Fable
No.
Anniversary.
Right. I didn't play
Oh,
it.
no, they released that on
But-
Steam too.
Okay, excellent. But my problem here is that it released close enough to the Xbox One where I was sure it was going to be on the Xbox One. I bought my Xbox One without doing the research, thinking I'd be able to play the Fable Anniversary Edition. I cannot.
It's
Very
probably
upset.
backward compatible at this point, no?
Probably. Actually, that's a really good point.
So go play it.
Maybe
And
I
I would
will.
recommend it.
I played Fable 2
Really?
and loved it. So
I have played it. I would recommend it.
Yeah, I really like the
I
first
like
one.
Fable, so
Well,
wanna really
I mean,
do
I haven't
Fable
finished it.
but
No?
never gonna happen.
No, it's a long one.
I have yet
They're
to
all long.
finish Fable.
Which one? Just the first one? You ever play the second one?
I finished the second one like 3 times.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. Except it's like 15 minutes long, so.
Yeah. That's perfect for me.
Eric, are you talking about? Oh wait, no, it's just Fable 2 and Fable 3 so far. No Fable Legends
You're kidding.
for the BC
Sucks.
games.
No, the Anniversary Edition.
Yeah,
not
Anniversary
Legends.
Edition.
Legends was that game that they pulled the plug out of. Pulled the plug on.
Yeah, that got canned
Life sucks.
sometimes.
And you know what we do when life sucks? We read comic books. Well, Jason does because he's a child.
That's very true.
Mm.
I am a child.
Now I'm going to go and enjoy my cartoons while you children play.
Okay, have fun. So this
All right.
week,
Jason, take us through it.
yes, this week in the comic rack, we had a couple of pretty interesting items. All of them Marvel related. Well, almost, because Eric's going to talk about something too. But we had X-Men Prime get outlined a little bit, and it's pretty cool. I mean, this is a classically styled X-Men team, which I think any fan, really should get behind. I mean, maybe modern fans who have only come on to reading X-Men in the last couple of years may not really know what the fuss would be about, but it's a big deal because it ushers in X-Men Gold and X-Men Blue, and that takes you back to the glory days of the team, which well, one of the glory days. They've had a few eras that have been super memorable, but the 90s stuff for me was the best X-Men stuff. So right. I mean, I'm really into this. Plus, they have a couple of interesting little twists. Like they have Kitty Pryde as like a major character, and Shadowcat. Yeah,
Wasn't
right.
She always a major character.
Not to this degree. She's like a leader now. Which
she's like the leader of the whole X-Men.
Yeah, right. Which, I mean, I would have thought they would have put Storm in that role, but
it's kind of weird.
Yeah,
so, I don't know.
This is different. Plus, you have like the two different eras. You have this, and I'm not. I don't know about you, Rick, but I'm still not a super big fan of the time displaced young X-Men. But it's kind of cool to see the original team back out there.
I don't like the time displaced X-Men either. It's weird.
Yeah, it's odd. But in any event, it's cool to see this makeup because you've got pretty much all the classic characters. You got Colossus and a version of Wolverine, Cyclops, Iceman. It's Jean Grey. It's cool stuff.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is Legion there?
No, sorry.
Oh, I don't
think Legion's a hero.
No.
Doesn't matter.
It sort of does.
Yes, no, it doesn't. Comics aren't made of heroes.
He can't be an X-Man.
Yes, he can. Technically,
there's been a lot of crappy people that have been X-Men.
That's true.
I wouldn't put him at the top of that list. So
isn't like Wolverine a war criminal or something?
I don't think so. But Magneto definitely is.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And he was on the X-Men for a long time, and now I think he's going back to being a villain, which thank God.
That would make sense if they're gonna like relaunch the gold and the blue teams, because he was like
remember that
main
remember the first issue of that, Rick, with the Jim Lee cover, and they had Magneto and all the X-Men. That was so awesome.
Yeah, like a sap. I bought all the.
Oh, so did I.
All the covers, yeah, I know. And then on top of that, I also had the cover that was like all 5 of them that folded out.
Oh, I had that too.
Nice.
So, Eric, how are you doing?
Jim Lee, by the way, is a very cool guy. I met him a couple times. Neat guy.
What?
That's cool.
How have you met a cat? Oh,
he's an artist. He's not a character.
I thought you said Jubilee.
Jim Lee, the
I was
X-Men.
like, what?
No. Also, Jubilee is not a guy.
Yeah, no, I know. That's why I was confused. Oh.
Yes, which is also dumb.
That makes me take it more seriously.
So, also this week we had the Venomverse get outlined by Marvel, which is yet another big event coming this year. It seems like they've got a hell of a lot of them. So Venomverse is, of course, the return of Eddie Brock as Venom, but then building on that, they're going to have a whole bunch of Venoms, apparently. Different symbiotes are going to... What?
I love Venom.
All right. Good.
I'm voicing my love.
All right, that's good. I'm glad. And
thanks.
They're gonna have different symbiotes attaching themselves to the Marvel universe. Is so gimmicky, but at the same time, I like it. So anyway, that's Venomverse. That'll be this summer.
Be quiet. I'm sorry. Wasn't there a DC thing where everyone was a zombie?
No, that's Marvel.
Oh yeah. Well then, what did you expect?
Yeah.
There was the Black Lanterns where everyone came back to life.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's sort of zombie.
Racist.
Yeah. No. Anyway, Edge of the Venomverse. That'll arrive this. Enjoy or don't.
I'm totally gonna not pick that up.
Excellent.
Because money is an issue.
It happens.
Yeah.
Also from Marvel this week, we had Old Man Logan versus the Maestro be unveiled. And if you don't know who Old Man Logan is, he's the current version of Wolverine that's in the Marvel universe. It's a very complicated backstory, so I won't bother. But it's not the Wolverine that you know, but it is a Wolverine.
Jason. They just made a movie.
What?
Now.
Oh, fantastic!
Yes, well, they
Kinda,
did-
but not really.
Yeah, a buddy of mine saw that last night. By the way, he said it's absolutely fantastic, but it's also incredibly depressing. So there you go.
I bet.
Yay!
Guys, I have tweeted Phil Spencer.
Woo.
Okay.
Asking
Who
for
did we?
Mystery Edition to come to the Xbox One.
There
Oh,
you go,
did we
folks.
tweet him?
I did.
Ah,
I-
man. Yeah.
There you go.
We'll see how this
Okay,
goes.
I'm gonna. Did
In
you tweet him
action.
with the Brutal
Live.
Gamer account?
No, I tweeted him with my personal account.
All right. I will also
Good with
tweet him
both.
gamer account.
Yeah, and then we can retweet,
Yeah,
and then we can make it a thing. Hashtag give us Fable.
I like it.
I'm so sorry I
Hashtag
cut you
don't
off.
stop the
Jason.
story.
That's okay. That's all right. I was just about to talk about the Maestro because if you don't know who he is an alternate version of the Hulk.
Oh,
Oh, isn't he the one that runs the planet?
he's the musical.
Yeah. The Maestro storyline was, I think, from the 90s in the Hulk books, and it is a very famous storyline where the Bruce Banner personality sort of Hulk goes to the future and meets himself, and himself is not a very good himself. And there's a big fight, and that version of the Hulk came known as the Maestro, and he's a pretty popular character in the history of Marvel. So I don't exactly know how he's going to be facing off against Old Man Logan, but it should be pretty awesome. So
You know,
if you like Wolverine versus the Hulk, this is a good one.
you know what's funny is when I was in Cape Town visiting family at one point, which is a city down here in the Africa. I was sitting with my niece
Oh my God.
and watching Wolverine versus the Hulk.
Oh, the cartoon?
Yeah,
There
it was pretty sick.
you go.
You said a city down here in the Africa, and I kind of laughed.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I was happy. Thank you.
Is
I
Deadpool
really
in
hope
that
that
one?
didn't sound dumb. What?
No, it's
Is
funny.
Deadpool in that one, Callum?
Yeah, it's the one with where Wolverine fights Sabretooth, Deadpool, the girl one, and the other person.
Okay.
Speaking of, real quick on Deadpool, kind of on comics, did everybody see the teaser for the new
Yes,
Deadpool?
yes, I
I
did.
did
It's
it.
so
Yeah.
good.
It's
I
pretty
thought
funny.
it was.
Shut up, Stanley.
My favorite part.
that caught me off guard. That was really funny.
Nice suit.
Oh.
Hi, Dylan.
Hello, Dylan.
Hi.
Dylan,
Oh
Hey,
my
Dylan.
god.
Easy.
Dylan thinks he can just come into the podcast 45 minutes late.
Yeah, man.
So
What are we-
disappointing.
For what it's worth,
Stop
Maestro
saying
should
my name.
destroy Old Man Logan. For what it's worth, in my opinion.
Yeah, he probably should. I mean,
I don't
not.
even know why they made a comic of this. It could be like 4 panels and it would be done.
didn't he kill Logan in that
Punch.
alternate future?
Yeah, he killed Logan and
he
Captain
killed
America,
everybody.
and I mean, yeah, he killed the Avengers.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, wouldn't he know how to kill Logan already? Then
and doesn't Old Man Logan have like a not as good as a healing factor?
Yeah, he's more run down.
Yeah, he's old.
He's like the depressing new movie Logan.
he's old. Really? Never
old.
would have guessed.
He's an
he's
old
old.
man.
If you guys didn't get it, he's old.
And he's a male too, and his name is Logan.
And somewhat crappy also. But you know,
Wow.
you didn't hear that from me.
Judgments.
Yes.
It sounds like there's a real divide in this podcast.
Also,
Have any of
this
you guys
week-
seen the Logan movie yet?
Yeah, we were just
No.
talking about that.
Awesome. I'm gonna see it today.
It's depressing.
Oh, good.
Get ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
No spoilers. I'm gonna see it in like never.
Okay.
I'm probably never going to see that movie.
There's really no spoilers. You can kind of tell the whole movie from the trailer.
Yeah, you can see what's going on.
Well, I don't want to put the pieces together yet.
All right.
So-
All right. All right.
Patrick Stewart in this movie is really old.
Yes.
Really?
Oh,
Yes.
Thing.
he's old.
Spoiler alert.
It's supposed to be like 92 or something.
And old people do things
Yeah.
that he will do.
Yeah, I got a feeling.
Yeah.
By the way, none of us know. So we're just
Gotta know.
guessing here, but I think
Got
it's
a
pretty
feeling that
obvious.
the old man Wolverine's going to die.
Got a feeling that
I think
that
everyone's
there's
gonna
other
die.
things we
Yeah.
could be talking
I'm
about.
just gonna go out there on a limb and just say that.
I think
What
you're
about the
right.
little girl? She can't die.
Well, of
X-23.
course
Yes, she
she's not
can.
gonna die.
Sure, she can.
She is
But-
able to die.
Um,
I don't
unless
know.
she has a
You
healing
ever
factor
play a
like
Bethesda game?
Wolverine's.
You can't kill those kids.
I
Yes,
think
you
the,
exactly.
my-
There are
my
mods
guess-
for that.
my guess, by the way, is that the movie ends with Wolverine and Professor X dead, and X-23 starting a new X-Men team. That's just
My
my
guess is that the movie ends with Wolverine fighting a giant metal samurai in
I've seen that
That
Japan
was the last. That was the last movie.
and then getting assaulted in an airport.
I've seen that movie. The TSA assaults him in the airport.
I want that movie. I want a movie of Wolverine trying to go through the airport.
Yeah, not fun.
That could be a whole like sitcom.
Oh man,
Not
that
fun.
would be funny.
Getting back to comic books, this week we also had a review of Evil Dead 2: The Revenge of Evil Ed, which Mac posted. If you don't know who Evil Ed is, he is the weird demon guy possessed from the second movie, Evil Dead 2, and in this one they gave him like a whole story where he comes back from the dead, and apparently he's the king of hell now or something. He attacks,
That
he
sounds
attacks
pretty
Ash.
sick, dude.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty
Yeah.
sick, probably pretty stupid, and that's right in line with Ash. So there you go.
Yeah.
Does like I really hope he's like a stoner, and he
I don't
just
think so.
stumbled into being king of hell.
I would doubt that.
It's so sick, bro.
So anyway, that's in there this week too. So make sure you go check that one out. Mac really liked it. So
There are other reviews too, such as Divide, which I hinted to earlier, but no one picked up on it.
Well,
Or
hold on.
cared.
Before we get to that, let's stay on the comic timeline real quick.
Yes,
And I can talk about Manowar, which I reviewed this week.
please.
So, I'm not going to give anything plot-wise away because the book doesn't drop for another almost 3 weeks. But it's Manowar, and it's good. I really enjoyed it. I don't know how much I can go into depth with the plot stuff. Basically, the end of the last series, the last run, things were looking pretty peaceful for the Manowar. But now he's back again,
What
and things are
what is
peaceful.
Manowar?
He's a
It's a long
superhero
story.
comic guy from Valiant.
Yeah, he's like their main hero. Valiant Comics.
Rad.
For Superman, he's a
Yeah,
time
sort of.
traveling warrior from what year did he come from first, Jason?
But not really time traveling. He's from the end of around the end of the Roman Empire, the Visigoths, and
Right.
he was taken to an alien world as part of like a mass abduction, and they basically just kept him there for like thousands of years, working as a slave, and he comes back to Earth because he steals this suit of armor that they have that nobody in their race can use, but it's like this super advanced, it's even alien to them. They kind of found it. And it's like this super advanced sentient armor, and it bonds to him.
So
It's
this
kind
is
of
a
like-
family story.
No.
Yeah.
Nope.
Fun
he's
for all the
really-
family.
He's
Oh my
really
God.
violent. So, and he comes back to Earth now in this current, once
Right.
again.
Well, I
hilarity
said time traveler.
yeah, but
And I
he
guess that
doesn't
was a
travel.
poor way to explain it. But I mean, he travels through time.
Yeah, he's not like Cable though. Or anything
Not
like
on
that.
purpose.
No.
No, not on purpose. Exactly. Not willingly.
It's a real time machine. You go in and you travel through time at real time. It's great. Anybody
There you have it.
it's a
Does the
Boom.
phrase real time even mean anything then?
No.
no, it's a joke. It's a joke.
But does it even mean anything to us?
No.
Whoa.
Please stop.
But anyway, it's got some incredible art. And Valiant's quickly becoming one of my favorite publishers. Comic
Yeah, good stuff, right?
companies. They're really good. Everything I've
Yeah.
read from them I've enjoyed. So
Yeah.
look out for that. Drops March 22nd, and it's looking like it's getting high marks. Everyone that reviews it is giving it high marks. So
Yeah. Eric, if you get the chance, try the Ninjak stuff.
I would love to.
Yeah, and Shadow Man. Also.
I'm actually on the 22nd. I'm gonna go pick up a hard copy of Exo
cool.
Manowar because it's just so good.
Cool.
Very good stuff. All right.
All right.
Want to talk about Halo Wars 2? Or do we want to do the art book?
Let's do the art book because it's more in line with the comics.
Yeah.
So I reviewed Art and Artifacts this week, which is Dark Horse's newest Legend of Zelda art book. If you picked up the last one, then that was like a history of Hyrule, as it was actually called, Hyrule Historia. And but that was more like a story kind of a thing where you could follow the actual timeline, and shockingly, there is one for the Legend of Zelda series. But
Yeah.
Art and Artifacts is a straight art book. So you'll find like tons and tons of Zelda artwork in there from across the entire history of the franchise. So you go back to the original stuff, which was like super simple, clean artwork. And I really like that stuff. But then you can get into the more detailed stuff currently, like Skyward Sword and Breath of the Wild. And it's a really, really good book. It is enormous. It's like almost 450 pages, I think. And the pages are like really heavy stock. So it's a quality book. Really good stuff. If you are a Zelda fan at all, definitely check that out. You can check out the review on the website.
Now, is this game on sale now? Or not game, jeez.
The book? Yeah, it just hit.
Oh, okay.
I feel like you guys are selling the book.
Well,
And is this lovely product on sale now? It is indeed.
It is. And for
if people are here and they want to go get it.
You do. I'll tell you
True.
something. I would sell this book because it's awesome. So if anybody likes Zelda, again, it's worth your time.
Would you mind selling me a copy?
Yeah, actually, I would.
I wouldn't mind that.
Thanks, Jason.
Oh, you're welcome.
Love you.
Yeah, you
So-
too, man.
Anyway.
So I published a review this week for a game that I've been working on a review for a few weeks. And it's called Divide. And it's basically an isometric, character-driven adventure game it's billed as. So what you do is you're this guy, and you find some technology that your late wife left behind with her coworker, and he gives it to you. And you're teleported into the future. So you're actually a time traveler. Teleported into the future in this company's, and you gotta unravel the mystery and get home, basically.
Okay.
So
So
what's up?
your wife left you a piece of technology that sends you into the future.
Oh yeah, she dies, and her coworker gives you this technology. You open and start playing with it. It teleports
I'm
you.
gonna be a super dick right now, but I just imagine it's like a hand vacuum.
No,
Good
it's like
lord.
glasses. It's like glasses.
Like a
So you go around
margarita
and see stuff in the
mixture.
world, like augmented reality.
That's kind of weird.
So, well, the gameplay consists of this singular loop where you have to find currency to unlock doors until you figure out one pertinent piece of information, and then you make the plot move forward. Repeat. It's
Okay.
not compelling. The story's
Oh,
great.
great.
The music, I just think that it's held back by its gameplay, which is a real shame. You have the option to combat people, or fight people, I guess, use combat, but the aiming is so not reliable. I was not able to land hits reliably. It controls like a twin-stick shooter.
Okay.
So that's how you aim, and that's how you interact with the world. Had a couple of problems with the saving. It would save automatically, but you would never have a clear idea of when the save was going to hit. So if you want to quit the game, it'll say, oh, it's been 6 minutes since your last save. So you want to play again and keep checking until you got like 1 minute ago because you don't want to lose any of your progress.
Okay.
Especially, and then at one point, I had that go on, and it was about 20 minutes, and I just couldn't get the game to save again.
Weird.
Which was very frustrating.
So it's a stinker.
I mean,
What an elegant way to put it.
it's not. It's. I think the music and the story would do a lot of redemption for this game, and I just think that they should try something a little bit less technical next time. This was this company's first game, so
I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
Really
overly
didn't switch
ambitious.
it up.
it was very ambitious.
Overly so.
Yes.
All right.
I mean, the game looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's why I tried to interview the devs. And they sent me 2 review copies. So.
Oh. I remember that. I
Yeah.
remember that story.
Yep. So
Well,
yeah,
it does
Halo
actually.
Wars-
You know, the animation looks good. I
Yeah.
always like that isometric type thing, but
And those are all really strong pieces. The gameplay loop and the actual combat is not ideal.
Hmm.
So
for those wondering, Eric scored it a 75.
Oh,
which probably
not too bad.
No, it probably sounds like I should have scored it lower than that.
yeah.
But
Well-
honestly, I didn't hate my time with it.
And I see your rationale, Eric, because in your in the review box, you've got the plot and the sound design are pretty great, but the
They are.
gameplay is really not great. So that kind of brings it down.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's a game.
If
Could
it
have been
didn't
a
have
movie.
great sound,
Oh my god.
art, and the story, it would have been in the 30s or 40s, probably.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
Just like,
Don't
It-
say it. Please stop.
it's a game,
So
not a movie.
that's how that went.
But it could have been.
Gameplay is pretty important.
But it could have been.
I agree. All right, Halo Wars 2.
Yeah, Halo
Jason,
Wars 2. So, did you like the first Halo Wars?
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is extremely similar.
It's another one.
Yeah, they didn't change anything up really.
Okay.
It's pretty much Halo Wars. So
It's almost like it's a numbered sequel.
yes, where they didn't take any risks, but that's okay. But that's all right because
They have new achievements.
Yes,
There you
there
go.
are new achievements, and
That's
there's a
it.
new story, and the graphics are certainly better. The sound design is great. The control is excellent. I mean, what can you say about Halo Wars control? It's really well tailored to a console and a gamepad. So if you liked the first one, then you will probably like this one. It's one thing I will say about the control. Basically, the only
Fair
down
enough.
point was that. What's that?
Fair enough. Sounds good.
Yeah, the only thing I will say about the control that I didn't like too much is that the quote unquote cursor is a little sluggish. So if you're like moving around the battlefield with just the analog stick, it's going to be kind of slow going. But that's
Can you?
relatively typical.
Is there any option to speed that up?
Not that I've seen, no.
No sensitivity.
Um, But no. But everything else is good. So if you like Halo Wars, you will like Halo Wars 2.
When
So
did
there's
they?
a snapshot up right now on PG?
When did the
How's the
first?
story, Jason?
It's good.
Oh, sorry, Dylan. Sorry, Dylan.
Oh, it's
It's
okay.
good. I mean, but I cheated a little bit and I read a little bit more of the story online because I just wanted to see some other stuff that was going on. But the story is pretty good. It involves a splinter group of the Covenant, who were the main villains in the Halo series until like 2 games ago. And the splinter group is extremely powerful, but they're not quite to the level of the Covenant yet. But they kind of retconned the whole thing a little bit, which, I mean, I'm not in love with retcons, but they retconned the story a little bit in that they made this group there and also a splinter, quote unquote, in the side of the Covenant when the Human Covenant War was going on. So they kind of said that while the Covenant was fighting humans, they were also fighting this, deviating group. So that's kind of cool. And the thing opens with the Spirit of Fire, which is the ship from the original game, coming out of cryo, and they've basically stumbled upon this human colony, which has been overrun by this splinter group. But the war is over, so it takes place at the current period of the Halo timeline. So there is no more Covenant, but it's this other group which is led by the Brutes, and this guy called Abraxas, who's like this big tough brute, and it's pretty cool. So the story is good.
When did the first Halo Wars come out?
2006 or 7?
I want to say it was later than that.
Hold on, let me do a Google.
Yeah.
2009.
2009, yeah.
Jesus, man.
Been a long time coming.
Yeah.
The enjoyed the first Halo games, Halo Wars games co-op campaign. Does this have that?
This, I think it does.
Cool.
I don't play too much multiplayer, but I believe it does have co-op.
Awesome.
Definitely has multi. So
Yeah. Cool. Well, new releases. Rick, you picked up Torment, Tides of Numenera.
Yeah, I got a review copy of it. Been following this game for a little bit. It's pretty interesting. They label it as a computer RPG, so it's like an old school like Baldur's Gate or kind of like a choose your own adventure kind of thing. It's isometric, kind of like your Divide game. And then you just play. It's a billion years in the future on Earth, and it's kind of like reading a Frank Hubert book. So if anyone's familiar with like the Dune series, it's kind of like that. There's just these crazy things that are always going on, and there's a lot of metaphysical talk about the game and whatnot. And you're just trying to solve this mystery of, it's hard to get into. You kind of have to play the game to understand what's really going on with it. So it's got a turn-based combat system like the old school Final Fantasy Tactics, so it's pretty fun in that sense. And overall, it's a good game. It's a nice change of pace. So we'll have a review up on that within the next coming week or so.
it looks great.
Yeah, it kind of looks a lot like old school Fallout, too.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is, and it's just really cool because I mean, it kind of also reminds me of the old game Syndicate. Do you remember that game, Jason?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so you can like just walk around and like at this particular point I'm at in the game, you can just walk up to this guy and he can completely change your body into like a cyborg.
Wow.
And it's just it's fun and interesting in that manner. So, and it's cool too in the sense that there's no like wrong answers when you're going through the story.
Okay.
Everything just branches off as you choose. So it's kind of got that cool sense in that mode. You
So
can
you
definitely
can-
die when you're in combat.
Rick, you can completely change your character's makeup whenever you want.
I believe so. I mean, I don't have the money for it, but there
Okay.
was an offer to like give me this crazy looking eye that could see the truth of people and stuff, and then I would have
that's
two
cool.
cyborg arms, and then these like powered up legs and stuff. So, it's a really fun game. So I would definitely, I'm gonna give it a pretty good score and whatnot. So I would definitely check it out.
Awesome.
If you're into those things, you have to be into that kind of game. If you like fast paced hack and slash or a lot of reading. There's a lot of reading. If that's not your stick, then I would definitely probably shy away from it.
So it doesn't play like a Baldur's Gate or anything like that.
No, it's not an action RPG. It's definitely
Right.
it slows down. So
Okay.
yeah, but it
Still looks
it's good
great,
if you're
though.
into that. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
So that's my review.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
Sick.
Awesome. And now to
The main event.
oh geez. Well, we're already 55 minutes in, so
Excellent. Well, we'll go through this.
Yeah.
fast.
No,
Now
great.
we're gonna have. I have to couch this because we're gonna have a review, a hardware review, and some game reviews of the Nintendo Switch by Michael, who is going to be putting that up across this coming week. So you'll find all that stuff on brutalgamer.com as the week goes on. However,
Michael.
if you guys, yes, Michael. However, if you guys want to ask any questions or anything like that, I do have a console in my possession and I have played a bit of it. So I can tell you a little bit about it. Does anybody have anything in particular they wanted to know before I get into it?
taste
Yes.
Zelda,
No.
What?
please.
No.
Oh,
Please,
my.
Jason, please.
Callum, the
What?
cartridges taste terrible. They've allegedly been coated with something to prevent kids from eating them.
Oh.
And
I mean, great.
I
So
just
long as
recently
that epidemic stops.
I just recently read that the console itself, they have some stuff on it, so you can't adhesive won't stick to it.
That is correct. There's a story going around right now that third-party console decals should not be used on the Switch or the controllers because there's some kind of a coating on the machine itself
It's been treated.
when you apply the decal, and if you pull it off, it's going to completely destroy the look of the machine, and it'll get like all like kind of pits in it and stuff like that. It's going to pull the paint off. It's actually I saw some pictures where it looked kind of cool. It looked like a weathered kind of a look, but I wouldn't recommend anybody does it. You're not supposed to, so don't do it.
Don't do that thing that looks really cool.
Yeah. What's interesting is the one of the companies who sells third-party decals and would probably have made a ton of money off of it has pulled their decals from the market, and they're recommending that people not buy them, and they'll give you a full refund if you did buy them.
Oh wow.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a really good move
Care
on them.
about the fans.
I think they were the ones who first broke the story, posting in the Switch subreddit saying, "Hey."
Were they?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
They said, "Hey, don't buy our stuff. Don't buy any stuff. It's going to ruin your console." So
I
they were
saw
prototype of it.
Eric. I won't name names because I'm not exactly sure what the content was, but I saw a company also posting on Facebook about the fact that their labels should be okay for the Switch. So I don't know if that's a little bit of dirty pool there or what, but maybe don't buy anything right now.
Dirty pool.
Yes.
Gross.
Oh boy. Well, I hope they're not just trying to get over on people. But
yeah, if you're a Switch owner, don't buy any labels or decals or anything right now because it doesn't look good. So.
Is it fun?
Is what fun? The Switch?
Like the Switch? Is it fun?
Yes.
Is it worth
is
it?
Zelda good?
Zelda's really good.
Have you tasted the cartridge?
No. Again, no.
How could you be able to tell then?
Yeah, you can't taste. You can do a taste review if you don't taste it.
Taste it. Yeah.
Again,
Welcome
no.
to the
and I'm not going to taste it.
Welcome to Brutal Taster.
Yeah, exactly.
Our food reviewing website.
That will not be happening. So, I'm sorry. But the game itself is very good. It's it does start out slow, but that's okay because it's a Zelda game, and they all kind of start out a little bit slow. And the world itself is beautiful. The graphics are terrific. I can't imagine it looks this good on Wii U. I just can't because it looks really good. But
real
it's
quick,
an exciting game. Yeah.
Before we go on, like next or this year, I suppose, on the week leading up to April Fool's Day, can we just like have a website called Brutal Taster where we do like food reviews and news on food? Like potatoes still exist and stuff.
I'll
like
tell
that.
you what, we'll shoot for that.
Yes. Inform all the fans.
Exactly.
I like
Inform the bots.
In fact, if any of you people out there want to make Brutal Taster and send us the link, we'll totally like retweet it, I guess.
Sure.
There we go.
If you want to waste a couple of days making a website. So does anybody have any more questions? Because I'll just get into some basics about the console.
I just really want to know how it tastes.
Okay, again, that's not going to happen.
All right, I'll drop it. I'll drop it.
Thank you.
Is it smooth to take the things apart and stuff?
You know what? It's really nice and easy to clip them into the unit. To clip them out is a little bit more difficult because you have to hold down a button in the back and slide them at the same time without touching any of the other buttons. So
Jay,
that's a little difficult.
do you have like one hand?
No, I actually have two.
Okay,
but it is
why...
still a little bit difficult.
How?
Trust me. It's very...
but okay.
It's very not easy to avoid hitting other buttons. And
you know what? Using language like that's going to make me trust you a whole lot more. So let's...
Excellent.
Indeed.
So there you have it. But functionality is good. And I've seen people point out that there's a little plastic like clip on the controller that people think is going to break or stuff like that. I really don't see it. It doesn't seem like it would be that easy to bust. Granted, if you have a little kid throwing something around, that's kind of goes out the window. But
little kids don't play video games. What are you talking about?
Definitely not Nintendo games. So that that might be a thing, but with regular use, I don't see it, and I think you would have to like intentionally want to bust this thing without to actually break it. The one thing about the TV to portable functionality that I found just a little bit off-putting is when you connect it to the stand. Well, connecting it to the stand itself is easy, but taking it out, you have to hold down the stand. I've found to pull the unit out. So like that, kind of like where they show it in the commercials, where it just slides right out. It doesn't really slide out that easily. So I have found that. That's certainly not a huge point, but it's there.
Well, I'm sold. I'm not buying this.
Well, you weren't buying it anyway.
No, but
How light is it?
It's pretty light. It's smaller than I thought it was going to, and that's a good thing. And it's pretty lightweight. I could see if you were like holding it free, so not resting your arms like on your knees or on a chair or something like that. It might get a little bit annoying after a lengthy play session, but it's not going to bother you. It's very easy to use in portable mode.
Are you more tempted to use it in portable mode?
Yes. That was one of the things I was going to touch on. That's a good question. This feels more like a portable console to me than a home console. And I know that there's that thing there where they said the portable end of it is not as important to Nintendo as the home end of it. But I kind of get the opposite feel. It just feels like a portable. Which is, again, it's not a bad thing, but
it might not be that it's more important to them. It might just be that they're better at it.
Yeah.
They're definitely better at the portable stuff.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, Nintendo's portables. I mean, you can't beat the 3DS. Well, I guess you can because this. But again, I also I had read somebody saying that they feel funny now taking the 3DS with them, whereas the Switch, basically has Zelda, and why not just take that with you? And I totally agree with that. If this has anywhere near the library of the 3DS in terms of new releases when new stuff comes out, I can't imagine I'm going to be taking my 3DS too many places with me anymore. It's probably just going to be the Switch.
Well, the issue I have is that I don't like taking the 3DS out because I'm afraid, I'm going to break it or it's going to get stolen or something.
Well,
and I don't want to walk around with my giant gaming iPad either.
It's not anywhere near as big as an iPad or an iPad mini.
Really?
Yeah. It's small.
Still.
It's like a bigger PS Vita. Basically what it feels like.
But how would you...
IGN did a size comparison video recently. And yeah, it's like maybe an inch taller than the PS Vita.
Yeah, I can see that. I haven't compared it myself, but I can see that. It's not that big. And one thing I definitely do recommend, I'm glad you actually brought that up, Callum, is that you do need a case for this. So don't think you're going to, just throw this in your bag or something like that. It's not that kind of a thing.
Do they sell cases?
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's too big for your pocket.
Yeah, there's tons of them. Yeah, it is too big for the pocket.
Oh, God. Prepare yourself for the hipster Switch case market.
They're gonna bring back the belt strap. Strap it. Put your belt through it.
I wouldn't do that.
That sounds really awful.
Like all the Game Boy games, all the Game Boy console holders.
Yeah,
just in case you need to randomly get into a pickup match of multiplayer Switch games.
That's the idea.
It's like you're on a standoff. You got to get ready, be prepared at all times.
That's why I carry around a pack of magic cards with me wherever I go.
Right.
Just in case a duel breaks out in the street.
You gotta throw down. Yeah, throw down.
Yeah. What if someone challenges my honor?
Yeah. Well, then you have to. I don't see people doing what Nintendo has been showing in the ads, like meeting up with 4 Switches somewhere and playing, co-op or whatever.
Well, there is the bathroom guy.
What?
The bathroom guy in the commercial.
Who's the
using
bathroom guy?
He's using the
Keep
bathroom
talking.
Okay.
What?
Well, I
with
can
the
see that.
Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a
I
thing.
can do that with my phone too.
That's accurate.
You can't play Zelda on your phone.
That's also accurate.
Yes, I can.
Boom.
Not all right.
ROMs.
We can fight about this all you want, but
Definitely not Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
No, I cannot.
That's a
oh,
different.
and
But,
Eric, I've played Bomberman.
Awesome.
Oh, you have. How is it?
Yes, it's pretty good. I played a little online, and there's also a campaign, sort of. But it's classic Bomberman. It looks really good.
Awesome.
I don't know if you'd been able to do this in previous Bomberman games because I haven't played one since the Super Nintendo. But if you lose a match, a multiplayer match, and you're out, and people are still fighting, you can float around the edge of the arena and throw random bombs in.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Lol.
which is pretty
I
sweet.
think I saw something about that. You get to come back in if you get a kill like that, right?
I believe. You know what? I don't know because I haven't seen anybody get a kill like that. But it's. I could see that. I could see that happening. It's pretty cool though because you have to worry about them then, and you can't actually kill them because they're already dead. So it's kind of crazy.
Right. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm
It's fun.
Still excited for.
Also, there's no install of anything.
Oh, right, because it all just comes off the cartridge.
Mm-hmm. So you pop the cartridge in, and you're immediately okay, and you are immediately playing. So that is really cool. I like that a lot. Also, I need to point out that it is not automatic. If you link your Nintendo ID to your Switch, it is not automatic that funds will be shared between your Wii U or 3DS account and your Switch account. You have to go in and change that setting so that you can share the funds.
That's
so you
the
can buy stuff.
that's another question. How is the what do they have, or how is the online services other than playing the actual game? Does that make sense?
What do you mean in terms of like periphery function?
How? Mostly, yeah.
No, there isn't anything. It's
Okay.
just games. That's it.
Just games.
And when you load up the Switch, this was kind of weird for me. When you turn the Switch on and you see the dashboard has nothing on it. So like all you see are the games that you have. So if you play, for example, I played Zelda first, of course, and then it showed up as a tile on my dashboard. So then I loaded up Bomberman, and Bomberman showed up as a tile. So now these two games are present on the dashboard, but there is literally nothing else on the dashboard. So it's just like a few little settings buttons on the bottom, and the games that you have as the main event. So stuff like
That's
Netflix
cool.
and things like that are not available on the Switch, at least not yet. So all you see are the games that you have. It was a little bit off-putting at first, but Callum, I heard you say that's cool, and I actually think it is cool now because it's very easy to get to your stuff.
Yeah, it's just when I started up the PlayStation 4 the first time I got it, there were like 3 options for stores and like libraries and go on the internet and watch this and watch TV and
Well,
stuff.
That's mostly because the Wii was established.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like when you just go on and you just see games, it kind of reminds you you're here to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand.
I'm
Yep.
not here to watch TV.
Yep. There's nothing to distract you at all, and it's a gaming console, and they're telling you this is a gaming console. You're not going to sit here and watch Netflix.
Nintendo does have an app right now for the Nintendo Switch system. Nintendo Switch parental controls.
I
What
just
happens
kicked
if
my
you
mic
download
stand.
but you don't have the like what happens if you download the app but you don't have the Switch? Can you do anything with that?
The world explodes.
It
Ah.
implodes.
I'm doing that right now.
It's a good question, though. Also, just to let everybody know, because people are going to be wondering, where you put the SD card. It is under the kickstand. So the back of the Switch has a kickstand, so you can use it in quote-unquote table mode.
I think I knew that.
You have to pop out the kickstand, and then that's where the SD card goes. It's just an open slot. It doesn't close or anything like that if you have the kickstand open.
I searched Nintendo Switch on the Google Play Store, and there are currently 4 Nintendo apps. There is, Nintendo-related apps. There's Miitomo, Switch Countdown, Nintendo Switch Amino,
Well,
Nintendo Switch Parental Control.
I did that, but look at the one that's only by Nintendo, which is the parental control.
Supervise your child's Nintendo Switch gameplay.
Yeah.
Notify your child when time is up. Oh, and daily limits, monthly summaries, child's age. This is awful.
I wonder.
It's very exciting stuff.
I wonder if it does what the Wii did. It's like during every now and then it tells you, hey, maybe you should go outside.
I'm sure it does at some point.
Have you tested out the battery yet?
Yes. I mean, a little bit. I've heard that the battery runs better than the Vitas or the 3DSs. However, I used it for not really that long a period of time, and I was already like 5% down. I'm talking about like maybe like 45 minutes of just tooling around and doing stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't.
You'll give us more insight once you play it more.
Mm-hmm, absolutely. And Michael will, again, have that full review up, so he's going to look at all that stuff.
Awesome.
Any other questions about the Nintendo Switch?
I'm just excited to play it.
How does it feel?
It's good.
It's good. Yeah. It didn't bother my hands at all. I know some people had brought that up, but it didn't.
Have you tried playing it with the clip on? The clip?
What clip?
The clip that you can put on the Joy-Con.
Oh, no, I haven't done that yet. It's actually kind of pointless as far as I've seen so far, but whatever. I'm sure it makes it more comfortable.
Well, yeah, it makes it more comfortable because they have buttons. They have buttons on it, but it makes it more round, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I used the that controller thing that you slide it into. It's supposed to make it more like an actual controller, but and that's not bad. However, just to point out again, there's no charging feature with that, the one that they give you for free, and there's really no powered anything on it.
It's just a frame. Yeah, it's just a frame.
That's all it is.
Are you getting the Pro controller?
Not right now, but I would think if you do want to play this on the television, probably get a Pro controller.
Okay. Does the frame feel boxy?
A little bit.
Because it's just a giant. You putting it on it's just
and then
the shape
it has
of a square.
Well, it has it has 2 handles on it.
To
make it more like a PlayStation or Xbox pad. So it's it's not uncomfortable, but it's not as comfortable as either one of those controllers.
Okay. Have you how many games do you have?
Just 2. Bomberman and Zelda. That's it.
Although
there's some kind of neat stuff on the eShop.
Well, I was wondering if it did come with any like free games on it or demos.
Nope.
That's kind of weird from Nintendo.
It would have been nice. I mean, at least to have a demo thing.
A Wii Sports.
Well, maybe not that.
Well, I guess that's the 1-2 switch then. You have to purchase that though.
It could have came with Pilot Wings for free.
You know what? Pilot Wings would have been great.
I love Pilot Wings.
Anything would have been great.
They send you a Nintendo toothbrush.
There you go.
No.
Or a game about brushing your teeth.
A game about brushing.
You know what?
You have to hold the Joy-Con.
Rumble capabilities.
It feels like ice. It feels like ice.
It does. It's sliding into a glass.
Ice.
Ice baby.
Oh my god.
So
No.
I will
no.
also point out. Yeah, I will also point out that the table mode. I mean, this is kind of obvious, but like I had put it on the floor for a second when I had the thing flipped out, and if you put it on a carpet or anything like that, it's going to fall over. So it's got to be a hard surface if you're going to use table mode.
Have you taken it out into the wild yet?
Negative. And I probably won't until I get a small case for it. Because again, I'm not going to risk that.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. So, any further questions?
Please no.
Please no.
This has been so long. This is the longest question thing we've ever done on this show.
It is, but it's exciting.
Probably.
It's
I don't know.
it's kind of an important topic.
Is it?
Yes.
Anytime there's a new console release.
Yes, Eric.
What you playing, Jason?
What am I playing?
Yeah.
Take a guess.
Bomberman.
No. Well, I am playing a little bit of Bomberman, but I'm playing Breath of the Wild mainly, and I'm still playing Halo Wars 2.
And Nintendo toothbrush.
And no Nintendo toothbrush because there wasn't one. And
Yet.
yeah, that's it.
Cool. How about you, Rick?
I'm playing Torment. I'm also playing Styx. I'm also playing 88 Heroes.
Cool.
Nice.
Very.
How about
Bad.
you, Dylan?
I'm playing Homework, the virtual reality game. So real it might actually be.
Excellent.
Fabulous.
I'm playing World of Warcraft and Hearthstone. And
Oh my
stuff.
god.
Oh, that Blizzard.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
right,
I'm not proud of it.
I wouldn't be.
Just imagine if you're playing Overwatch.
I
Overwatch.
wouldn't.
my TV right
Like-
now.
Even if I was made of money, I wouldn't play that.
Wow. Weird.
Indeed.
What if you?
If
What
you were
if?
made of money, you couldn't play that.
Yeah,
That's
probably.
true.
Dollar bills.
Very
Yeah.
weak hands.
Yeah.
Okay, gold bars.
Well, you still wouldn't have a nervous system. You still wouldn't be
Nope.
able to. You'd still just be. It's you know what? This is a silly conversation.
It really is. It's like 7 o'clock on a Sunday
realistic.
evening over here.
I'm playing Oddworld, new and tasty, trying to get all the trophies.
Nice.
And other than that,
Ooh.
playing. That's actually basically it right now. Amazon's having a sale
Ooh.
right now on Unravel, a digital Xbox One game download code for $5. It's normally $20.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So if you like Unravel, which I never played, but I might pick it up for $5.
Yeah.
Yeah, $5 is a really good price for that. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
might get
But you don't
Alright.
get the little twine figurine with it, do you?
it. I mean, no.
No. That's a
Narny.
big selling point. Yarny.
I like the voice. So yeah.
All right.
Oh, boy, I guess that's it.
Yeah. I'll actually
Once Callum
hopefully-
starts singing, it's over.
I'll hopefully be getting Horizon Zero Dawn here soon.
Oh, cool.
You know, I've heard that that's just a worse Zelda.
Ooh,
Actually, I've really heard that. That's not me. Just
really?
No.
Like, I've
From
heard
who?
game journalists who played both said that when they went back to Horizon after playing Zelda, it feels empty and like boring.
It could just be that Zelda's a better game.
They're comparing it to Witcher 3.
What?
Why?
Zelda's pretty damn great, by the way.
Yeah.
There's like, oh, you mean Zelda's being compared to Witcher 3?
No, Witcher
No.
3 and Horizon Zero Dawn.
But why? They have nothing in common.
Yeah, even the maker of Witcher 3 is like amazed. And we're like, these are they're saying like these are the like best two open world games this next generation open world games you can get right now.
Until
Witcher
Zelda came
3
out.
and Horizon Zero Dawn.
I think that was Game Informer that said that.
I would be very hard pressed to not pick Zelda and throw it into that category too. It's pretty great.
Perhaps Game Informer is not very informed. Ah ha 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 ha.
Okay,
It's
Man!
very late.
Oh,
well,
boy.
of course, it's a magazine. The magazine comes out later.
All right, guys. This is the 18th episode of the Brutally Honest podcast.
No, we just did it.
Yeah, I know. It's over.
Oh.
All right,
Man.
I'm Eric. We got Rick.
I'm Rick. You can find me on Twitter at DocBrown303. Thanks for listening, everyone.
I mean, with Jason.
Yes, thank you for listening. You can find me at Jason_TAS.
Callum's here.
Hey, I'm Callum.
Yeah.
I can't remember a time in which I wasn't on a podcast. And you know what? You can find me on the website.
That's right. And then Dylan came late.
Hi,
So
I'm
but
Dylan.
He's here.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm you know you can find me on the website too.
Nice. You can find us all on the website.
Yes.
And thanks for listening, everybody.
Go watch Logan. Be depressed.
Yes.
Yay.